out, Coach, just so I know.
Oh, shoot, we are starting right now. We're live. I'm sorry. I pressed it.
Okay.
Yo,
Hey.
what up, guys? I'm sorry. This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, and I got my co-host Chuck Full Damage Miller.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
I didn't mean to press it like that. Welcome to the Hangout. Welcome to the live show, man. We're going to be talking about the overall Chicago Bears season. I know, like, Chuck, I didn't even mean to press the live, but you're kind of reiterating what we're going to be talking about this live.
Okay.
But today we're just going to be talking about just grading just the overall Chicago Bears season of 2025, Chicago Bears season. And we're going to be talking about some new hires, some coaches that left. You know, Declan Doyle got hired by the Baltimore Ravens as their offensive coordinator, as you can see. And then
Eric Bieniemy
going back to Kansas City. And us hiring Eric Stuydesville as the running backs head coach and Press Taylor promoting him to offensive coordinator for the 2026 season. Mm-hmm. But man, before we even talk about all of that, bro, what did you think of the Super Bowl, man? What did you think? I know your reaction.
Super Bowl is more like a super good, bro. Stuff, man. It was probably one of the weaker Super Bowls that I have seen. You know, welcome out there in KO Sports Talk Land. Let me say that first. Like, comment, and subscribe to the cast. It was pretty weak from the QB play. I thought the defenses were very strong on both sides. I thought they really showed up and they looked like Super Bowl caliber defenses, but those offenses stunk up the joint, bro. And more so the QB play than anything else, man. I thought the only true offensive highlight for the entire game was Kenneth Walker III, bro.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker.
The running back from the Seattle Seahawks. He was outstanding. I thought that guy was outstanding. You know, he did everything but get in the end zone and really got in the end zone. The refs, they took the man's shine away, you know, when they called that pretender holding call to bring the touchdown back, the 70-yard run back. But other than that, the Super Bowl game was a super bore to me, bro. You know, we really didn't even see any scoring until like.
I mean, if you like defense, it was pretty entertaining.
It was outstanding if you love defense, especially from the Seahawks standpoint, bro. Especially from the Seahawks standpoint. But I'll tell you this, Cove. Looking at the QB play on both sides of the ball, the Patriots, and the Seahawks. Every time I looked, all I kept thinking is Caleb Williams could have made a touchdown. Now that would have been a touchdown pass. I believe we got the right guy, bro.
And he would have evaded a lot of sacks. He would have evaded a lot of sacks.
Yeah, bro. A lot of that stuff you saw, that stinky play from the QB position you and saw that.
That's why I'm glad we got Caleb Williams. If it was still the 2024 draft again, I still would pick Caleb Williams number one. I mean, no offense to Drake May. He's had a great season. Played really well. He deserves all the honor he gets. You know, he's still a young player. He still has time to develop. But, man, I mean, Seattle's front four was ferocious, man. I'm like, that front four was just way too good. All they literally did was just go after him. Like, they were just putting pressure on the Patriots' offensive line. They couldn't stop them. They couldn't, like, really protect Drake May as much as they could.
Yeah.
And then Drake May, I mean, he was just taking a lot of sacks. Half of them, he was taking a lot of sacks. Half of it was on the offensive line. But, I mean, overall, Seattle's just a better team.
Yeah, well, Drake May was in way over his head, bro. You know, he just – I mean, no disrespect to him. But he's a second-year quarterback. He's still learning, bro. And you just put him on the biggest stage – at the largest, grandest moment of his young NFL career. And it was just too much. He was overwhelmed, bro. You could tell his head wasn't really focused in the game. He couldn't think clear. He didn't even start making reads, bro, until they went to a hurry-up offense in the fourth quarter.
In like the second half.
Yeah, bro, in the fourth quarter, man. Best part of the Super Bowl to me was, besides the defenses, was Bad Bunny's halftime performance. I love it.
Yeah. That was really the best part to me, bro. That was really the highlight of the Super Bowl.
The whole Super Bowl, right?
That was really the highlight of the game. But other than that, Chuck, when you're looking at the Super Bowl, just overall looking at the Super Bowl, I know I kind of talked about this. I kind of covered this yesterday, but looking at the Super Bowl, what do you think the Chicago Bears can learn from the Seattle Seahawks going into this offseason in order to improve their chances of, becoming Super Bowl contenders and even getting to a Super Bowl?
Well, I can tell you this, that if the Bears didn't take anything else from that game, they should take from the fact when they look at that game and how it played out, they should take from the fact that we belong on this stage, bro. That neither one of those teams looked like they would have dominated the Chicago Bears in a Super Bowl battle, bro. Neither one of them looked like they were unbeatable and like this team wasn't good enough. I'm talking about the present day team that we have right now before we make any additional roster moves, additions or subtractions. None of what they did looked like we couldn't handle it. So, I personally believe that, the Bears should take from that confidence that we are on that level. We're no longer this young squad who's upstart, and we're hoping that we can play at that level. That didn't look insurmountable to me. When I looked at the QB play, I saw a game where Caleb Williams would have definitely played better, probably better than both QBs right there. I saw a running game that was stout with the Seattle Seahawks, a non-existent one for the most part by the Patriots. But I saw offensive lines that could get moved by the Chicago Bears. If the Bears was facing the Patriots in that Super Bowl, our top 4 offensive line in the league would have done some damage, bro. I believe that. So, we've arrived, bro. We're here, and I think if nothing else, the Bears should take that from this game. We've arrived. Nothing that looks scary or imposing to, against this Bears team. I didn't see a team out there that looked like they scare me. And then thinking that the Bears can't do anything with this level yet. We're not there yet. No. I saw where we have arrived, and the Bears should take that from this, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And it would have been nice to see Chicago Bears in the Super Bowl. I mean, them ratings would have gone up like tremendously, bro. 40-year anniversary against the Patriots and the Bears, and just imagine the Bears winning the Super Bowl, honoring Virginia House. I mean, it would have been a perfect Cinderella story, but it is what it is.
Hold on, Cole. Hold on. We got a bum that's showing up in the chat now. Ooh. A dude who disappeared all season. He wants to get on here. He wants to talk now, bro. So do me the solid. There you go. Put him on the screen. Both teams look like they would destroy the Moonball Bears like Detroit did both times this season. Chuck drinking wild Irish Rose. That is cute. Now, hold on, bro. Let me say this, bro. That is cute coming from a bum who disappeared for the entire year when he saw that his Detroit Cubs were on ice skates and couldn't handle the pressure of anybody and ended up in last place. You got nerve, bro. You disappeared from the whole Chicago circuit, and now you want to come out here and talk? You have no bass in your voice right now, bro. Be quiet. That's probably the best thing you can do. That's what you can do, Don. Talking about what they would have did against the Bears, against the Moonball Bears. The Moonball Bears won this division, sir. The Moonball Bears went to the divisional round of the playoffs and were one miscue away from going to the NFC Championship game. Where were the Detroit Lions? Oh, that's right. Y'all was in the basement. That's right. You were looking up at us while we waved down to you saying hi and bye at the same time. Don, you got nerve, man. You ain't no true Detroit Lions fan. Real Detroit Lions fans would have stayed here to the bitter end. You know why? Because y'all are used to the losing, bro. You're used to the losing. You just started winning 4 years ago. So miss me with that noise, bro. You have nothing else to say. Now back to what we was talking about, go.
And when we lose, we take it like a champ. We make videos still. We don't hide.
We still out here. We still out here. Where were you, Don? I haven't seen you whole rest of the season until the Bears lose and the Super Bowl is over. What happened, Don? What was up, bro? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we lost twice to Detroit. We won a division with a 2-4 record. Ooh, go figure. Go figure. What did Detroit win? I'm waiting on it. What, 9 games? Yeah. And finish in the basement. Yeah,
But
you beat
y'all
the
lost
Bears
twice
twice.
to freaking y'all lost to Max
Minnesota
Brosmer.
Vikings. Yeah, you lost to a
Max
team
Brosmer.
with no QB. You lost to a team with no QB. The Minnesota Vikings. They beat you twice with defense. You suck, bro. You suck. I'm not even gonna say the Lions suck. I'm just gonna say you suck. Nah, you suck. All the Chicago podcasters was looking for you. Where you was at, Don? Panthers the designer was looking for you. Swifty was looking for you. What happened, Don? Where you was at? Exactly. You want to come on here and talk now? Man, miss me with that noise. You can Hirsch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to this topic.
Thank you.
All right, back to this topic. So going back to this 2025 season, man, it was just a magical season.
Indeed,
7 come from behind victories. Of course, the Bears had the moment of the year. Joe Tooney had protector of the year. We all know about the OT winner against the Green Bay Packers. And it was like a whole bunch of moments, that back and forth game against San Francisco. We could talk about, the wild card playoff win, the Cleveland Browns
finish in Cincinnati. We can talk about the
block kick against the Raiders.
Yeah, the fantastic legs of Caleb Williams against the Giants. The dominant performance against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Yeah, Detroit can't say any of these things, can they? Oh, that's right. We're not talking about Detroit. We're gonna stay right here.
But anyways, we're gonna be grading. We want to just grade the overall 2025 season. Just from your thoughts, give me your thoughts, Chuck. From this past season, what is your overall grade from this season? And just specific players that you want to highlight that kind of surprised you.
Yeah.
Some players that you kind of expected were going to be good, but some players that you kind of were surprised. I'm like, wow, he made a nice jump, or you can talk about the rookies or whatever.
Yeah. Well, on effort, I'm going to give the Bears an A+ across the board. I thought this was an outstanding season of effort. Everybody showed up, and I do mean everybody. I don't recall a season where I can say in a long time where I can say all of the Bears players showed up and were ready to play at all times. This is one of the few seasons that I can put on record as saying that. So overall effort, an A+. Overall achievement, I'm going to give the Bears an A. Because I thought we could have went further, bro. I thought we should have. I thought we had the Rams beating that divisional game, bro. The divisional round of the playoffs in that overtime, especially after this spectacular feat of Caleb Williams yet again for the 7th, 8th time in the season of bringing us back and tying the game. I thought overall we definitely had an A+ effort. We had an A achievement, and the people that surprised me the most. Number one on my list has to be Nahshon Wright, bro. Nobody saw this dude coming. Where did he come from? And how did Minnesota yet again miss on him, man? Because they completely dropped the ball on their kid. This kid is outstanding. I would love to see him back in the Bears uniform next season. Also, another person that stood out to me that really shocked the world to me was Kyle Monangai. Kyle Monangai with a Bears first down and a touchdown. That's right.
Yes,
he
sir.
stood out to me. I didn't know much about Kyle when we drafted him in the 7th round. I thought the Bears got the freaking steal of the entire draft by finding this kid that far down with the way that he played ball. Go. Do you know Kyle Monangai did not have a single fumble in college when he was running the ball all 4 years at Rutgers?
I'm aware.
We don't have one fumble to speak of from this season with Kyle Monangai. This is a ball dominant battering ram who runs extremely well behind the tackles. He's a downhill runner. He's physical. He's imposing once he makes contact. And the dude is just a finisher, man. He finishes every play. If I got to go with 2 guys, those are the 2 I'm going with the most. Kyle Monangai, and Nashawn Wright. They were the biggest surprises to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nashawn Wright, but I'm gonna go a little bit different with
Okay.
this one. I'm gonna go Austin Booker for my defense.
Okay.
And then for my offense, I'm gonna go Colston Loveland. Just the fact that Colston Loveland, I mean, I was even surprised with the draft pick. We all know during the draft, we were all surprised like Colston Loveland. We thought we were gonna get Tyler Warren, who went to Indiana or a left tackle, but Ben Johnson, bro. I mean, he's a rock star, bro. The way just from how they got in Colston Loveland, where he was drafted, he was a big contributor, or a big part of the offense this season. I believe he led the team in receptions and yards this season.
Oh, he was outstanding, bro.
And I think he also broke the rookie record, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, like the dude literally cooked the freaking Packers, bro. Like, and the Packers, they're gonna have to be worried. They're gonna have to worry about Caleb Williams and Colston Loveland for a long time. So he's gonna be a nuisance for them, for a while. But just the fact that Colston Loveland, how he was able to make a lot of plays during this season, we all can remember that Cincinnati play where he had that 58, I think it was like a 40, was it a 52-yard? What was it, 58-yard touchdown? I don't remember exactly. But I think it was like a 58-yard touchdown where Caleb Williams just threads the needle to him. And then he broke like 2 or 3 tackles to go in for the touchdown. And also even that San Francisco game where Caleb Williams was able to literally able to jump, fake the defenders for a flag. He was able to get a free playoff and get that touchdown play.
Touchdown, that 40-yarder to
that 40-yard touchdown. But Colston Loveland, and I think he even had the best hands. I mean, despite the fact that we had a lot of drop passes this season, I think
Colston Loveland did not have a single drop pass this season until that 49ers game, bro.
Until that 49ers game.
Dropping balls, man. His hands are incredible, bro.
But yeah, he had some of the best hands this season out of all the receiving groups, bro. And like I said, he led the team in receiving yards, and I think he didn't even start until maybe the second or the third game of the season. So man, like he's came a long way. And in regards to Austin Booker this season, Austin Booker, I know he came in the second half of the season, but he kind of surprised me a lot. I think he was one of the bright spots so far in this defense. He's made some key plays this season. I mean, he's been a havoc, in the defensive front. He's causing a lot of pressures.
Yeah.
I don't know how many sacks he's had. I think he's had maybe 4 or 5.5 sacks, but he's generated a lot of pressure, And
if I can add to you with the Austin Booker thing, I think Austin Booker is so highly underrated and overlooked.
Yeah, he is underrated
on this Bears front. I know everybody's constantly talking about all these D edges that the Bears should go and get, these superstar guys, Max Crosby and Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson, and you name them, everybody's got their eye on them, Khalil Mack, what have you. Yeah, all of that's great. And it would be fantastic if we got one of those guys. Don't get me wrong. But people, we didn't have bad play coming from that end of the field. Austin Booker was outstanding playing from that end of the field. I really thought that Austin Booker was solid. He's cerebral to me, bro. He's long, he's lanky. He could stand and put on some more muscle, but he's so wiry until he's hard to guard, bro. He's hard for a guard to keep in front of him, and he's smart. He plays the position very intelligently. So even when he frees up, he's looking at the play. He's not just attacking with his head down like a bull in a china shop. That guy's looking at the play. He's reading the quarterback. He's reading the running back, and he's making plays accordingly. And I think the Bears may already have our edge rusher if we focus on him and let that guy be a lead over there, bro. I really do, bro. I don't think I don't think the Bears are far off from the Super Bowl, bro. I really don't. So I don't think we need to make any gargantuan moves. I think all the moves we need to make are probably at the defensive tackle position, and re-sign them.
Maybe a safety too.
Yeah. Well, a safety, I don't know, bro. We got four safeties that are free agents. I think we just need to re-sign.
Yeah, I think what's his name? Jaquan Brisker is going to be a free agent,
and he's already let it be known. He's already let it be known that he wants to be here. He said if it's a matter of teamship, of talent, and the Bears feel like they need to get better at the position, then he understands. He said, but if it's a matter of money and contract talks, he said, just talk to him. The man wants to be here. He said he's got unfinished business in Chicago, bro. These are Jaquan Brisker's words, not mine. And the Bears are already high on returning Kevin Byard. This is something that Ben Johnson and both Ryan Poles said in their exit press conferences. They talked highly on Kevin Byard and the importance of bringing that guy back. Man. The dude, I'm a little afraid we're gonna end up losing is Nahshon Wright, but I really want that guy to stay here, man. I love Nahshon Wright on this defense.
Well, I know Al Harris. Al Harris is staying from what I've read from reports. Nahshon Wright wants to go wherever Al Harris goes, so it could be a high possibility he might stay. So
yeah, well,
Al Harris is gonna be here for another year. So
yeah, we got to get the money right though too, because it's only Nahshon Wright had his first Pro Bowl season. It's only fair to pay that kid, man. You got to give him some money, and if that means going to your veterans like a DJ Moore, which they already have, they're talking about him being willing to restructure his contract, and maybe talk to a Jalen Johnson, see about restructuring his contract, or Montez Sweat. You know, we can talk to Montez Sweat about him restructuring his contract. We do what we got to do, man, to keep this team in play and in place, bro. Because I really do think we're pretty strong everywhere.
We got a lot of unfinished business, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now, everybody's going to talk about the defense, and they're going to talk about the stats, and we were weak, and we were the worst at this and the worst at that. But one thing this defense was, we were number one all season in takeaways, and you can't take that away from this defense. Now, can we get stronger in the middle? Absolutely, but I don't think we got to go get no big name cat that's going to cost us an arm and a leg and make us have to move players around. I think you go in the draft and you keep on picking until you pick the right guy at the D tackle position. You need a run stopper in the middle of this.
I think this is where the scouts need to come in. They got to do their homework on who is the best fit, who could be the best fit for Dennis, and who has a high motor. Because I don't know, I kind of alluded to this yesterday. You don't need a big all-pro type of name, but you need all-pro effort.
Absolutely.
You need all-pro effort.
Absolutely.
Like the Super Bowl. You see players like Milton Williams, Leonard Williams, those types of guys. They're not the biggest, flashiest names, in the league, but you saw the impact that they had. You saw the impact that they did in order for the team to, have the success that they had this season. You're gonna need to find that type of player in the draft that has a high motor, that that loves the game of football, that wants that has the hunger to win, that's kind of big, that's nasty, that's going to win at the point of attack. Because if you have that type of player, man, like you're going to be able to rush for, and you're going to make it so much easier for your secondary to get those takeaways, to get those pass breakups, to allow the quarterback to move out of the pocket whenever he doesn't feel comfortable. Because when you get that pressure up the middle, it's over. It's literally over. Like you already won the game.
Exactly. And Coach, let me pivot to something here real quick. This is not for all of the non-Bears fans who we talked to and has already admitted that the Bears had a great season and they were the creme de la creme of this division. This is for all these naysayers that's been in hiding, that's that hasn't talked to us since the beginning of the season when the onslaught started. I think they owe us and the Chicago Bears an apology, because these bums didn't think that we knew what the heck we were talking about. They didn't think that this Bears team could win 10 to 12 games, which was our prediction here on this podcast. They didn't think that this Bears team was good enough to do all the things that we did. And then when the Bears started doing it, lo and behold, they started finding ways to tell us how many ways this is unsustainable. So whether they give apologies or not, Coach, is obsolete to me. It's just a point. I just want to make the point that you bums got it wrong and we got it right on this podcast. So back to the topic at hand. My bad. I just had to pivot to that for a minute, bro. But yeah, I agree with you, Coach. I agree with you. We do need a run stopper up the middle. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach. I do believe at this point the Bears are really close to the Super Bowl contending championship level. And I think that at this point, we don't need to change a lot of pieces. We made a lot of moves and got a lot of pieces in here already, and they have been grading out great across the board. What we need to do now is concentrate our efforts on getting the best guy at that position, at the D tackle position. And I would even dare to say the Bears should package some of their picks and trade up if they need to. They see a guy that they really think can solidify that position for us. Let's not catch lightning in the bottle with this one. Let's take these draft picks. Let's group them together. Let's move up. Let's go get our guy. Let's go get our guy. Because if we get our run stopper in there, we are a different animal. We're a different animal. We already winning without it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because from what I hear, this is a heavy defensive class, and there's a lot of good defensive ends, a lot of good defensive tackles, and so our scouts and Brian Poles, they're gonna have to really do their homework, and even Dennis Allen, they're gonna have to really, really do their homework, do a lot of scouting, seeing if they can identify that one impact player that's gonna really take their team to the next level. Then do it. I say do it, man.
And what kind of guy are we looking for? We're looking for a Quentin Williams type of guy. We're looking for a Jordan type of guy. We're looking for a Warren Sapp type. What kind of guy now? Aaron Donald. What type of guy do you think we need?
Or like a Jeffrey Simmons type of guy,
Second?
Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons
from Tennessee. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, we just need somebody that's a wall down there, bro. A wall that can really shore it up. I think we got high energy guys in that middle, but some of them are a little long in the tooth. Who was that?
Because I think you could kick in Dio Dingbo. You could kick him inside because he's more of like a one tech where you could just put him like inside because he's a great run stopper. Not so much too much of a great edge rusher, but you could kick him inside, and then you could probably put your 3 tech right next to him, and then you have your defensive ends and Austin Booker, and then you got Montez Sweat, and then you can rotate. You could put in Grady Jarrett, or you could put in Javon Dexter. You can rotate. I mean,
yeah, but see, doing it that way, Kofi, is the way we've always done it. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. That is just a mosh pit. You're trying. This patchwork. That's what I call patchwork. You're trying to make up for the absence of something that you need right there. To me, you need that one big piece up front. That's a wall that starts, that's going to finish for you, that's right there in that middle. And then everybody else can be substitutes. Everybody else can be pieces moving around them. But I think you got to get that one piece in the middle that's just nasty, bro. That doesn't flinch, that doesn't move, that gives the offensive line fits in the practices. I think we need that guy, bro. I like Grady Jarrett. And I like our big boy. God, his name is eluding me right now.
Dio.
No, not Dio.
Javon.
No, not Javon, bro.
Billings.
Yes, thank you, Andrew Billings. Yeah, I like.
I don't know about him.
I mean, I like both of them. They're solid run stoppers, but they're a little long in the tooth, bro. And the wear and tear is starting to show on them. And they really aren't as physical as they were in their prime. So it's starting to show on them. I think Javon Dexter, I think he's shaping up to be more of an edge type of rusher than he is a run stopper in the D tackle position, bro. I love him in pass defense, but in run defense, I don't like Javon Dexter, bro.
To me, Billings just looked out of shape like all season long. I don't know why, but I didn't like him. He just looked out of shape.
Who were you saying?
Andrew Billings this season.
He's a big guy, Cole.
He just looked out of shape, bro.
Most big guys are out of shape. They're just big, man. No, I agree with you, but most big guys are going to be out of shape. They're a mass. That's what they're there for, to be a mass. You don't pay those guys to go in and look like they ripped and cut up and bench pressing 600 pounds. That's not what they're there for. He's a mass. But I just think we need a dude that's a stonewaller. He can stonewall the offense when they're trying to run up the middle. But I think you need that centerpiece. He's got to be the centerpiece of this attack, bro.
Yeah.
All of this move people around and switch them up here and there, and that's cute. But you need a mainstay in the middle of this defense that's locked down. Like on the left side of the defense, if you're facing offense on the left side of our defense, there's your boy Montez Sweat. He's a mainstay over there. We don't have to move Montez Sweat. We know that that's sewn up on that end. You need that in the middle of this defense. You need a mainstay in the middle of this defense, bro.
Right. Now going on to the next topic. Chicago Bears, of course, lost two coordinators. We lost Eric Bieniemy to the Kansas City Chiefs, and with Kansas City, and then we also lost Declan Doyle to the Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
And so Chicago Bears, they hired two new coordinators. Well, they promoted one and they hired one. They promoted Press Taylor from passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator. And they also hired Eric Stuydesville from the Miami Dolphins to be their running backs coach. Chuck, I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts on these two hires, with what Ben Johnson and this coaching staff has done. And just get your thoughts on these two hires and how they'll benefit the 2026 Chicago Bears season.
Yeah, well, Press Taylor was the no-brainer of the century, moving him up from passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator. It just made sense. And honestly, bro, we already know who's pulling the strings and calling the plays on his offense. It's Ben Johnson. It's going to always be Ben Johnson. So, so no harm, no foul there. I almost didn't even really matter who we put in that position, to be quite frank with you. In terms of Stubblefield, I think this guy is a great, great find for Ben Johnson once and again. I really feel like this guy is a perfect replacement for Eric Bieniemy, and I don't think we miss a beat or miss a step with the way this dude handles his running backs. You're talking about a guy that had Devon Achane over there in Miami, and Devon Achane was running wild the last 2 years, bro. He also had Raheem Mostert. I forget where he was at before that, but everywhere this guy's gone, he's got 1,000-yard rushers.
Yeah, Raheem Mostert had like a resurgence.
Right, yeah. And this guy Stubblefield has just been outstanding with running back. So I don't think we miss anything with the departure of Eric Bieniemy. I'm thrilled and I'm ecstatic for Eric Bieniemy. I'm happy for him. That guy's been doing this for a long time. He played for years with the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been a running backs coach forever and a day over there with the Kansas City Chiefs. Won him some Super Bowls over there. And I just think it was a long time coming for him to get an offensive coordinator position. And I'm pretty sure his next step up, his level up, is going to be a head coaching position. So I'm thrilled for him. Declan Doyle, I don't know how ready he is for what he's doing over there now, what he's assigned to do in Baltimore. But I do think he's a smart kid. I think he's intelligent enough to know how to do it. And, he has some great tutelage coming from under Ben Johnson, bro. That's outstanding. He came from under Sean Payton first and now Ben Johnson. And if you don't learn anything about how to run an offense from those two, I don't know what to tell you, bro. These are two of the greatest offensive minds that this game has to offer today, Ben Johnson and Sean Payton. So, I'm thrilled for them. But I really don't think the Bears are going to miss a beat here. I think Press Taylor is up and coming. I think, he's going to learn. And, he may be the next guy that gets shipped up out of here. I'm not thrilled that Al Harris wasn't able to move up the promotion ladder to defensive coordinator somewhere, but I am ecstatic that he's still here. I'm not telling you no lie, bro. I love that we still
He's definitely going to get another opportunity after the 2026 season for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm thrilled with what we got, bro. I'm thrilled with what we got.
And I'm just glad he didn't go to the Packers, though. I'm glad he didn't. Oh my god.
Yeah, because they were making a move at him, bro. They were.
I was like, oh my gosh, don't take him.
Yeah, because if he goes over there, that's a different defense altogether. A lot more interceptions. He puts guys in positions to be successful, bro. That's what Al Harris does in the secondary. But I'm thrilled with what we picked up, bro. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in regards to what I think this is nothing really has changed. I think that Eric Studsville, in particular, is a great hire because just like you said, you know, he's helped develop Devon HN, he's helped our the resurgence of Raheem Mostert. He's done a lot of great things for running backs. And and I really don't think nothing's going to change between Kyle Nungai and DeAndre Swift. I think their development is still going to continue to get better. I think they will continue to get better, and I think
Yeah, we
they
got a two-headed
are going to.
monster coming out this backfield.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think they're just monsters out of the backfield. I mean, just the way you saw DeAndre Swift, he looked like that Georgia Bulldog, like he was back in college, man. Just the way he's running.
Yeah.
Because I know under the previous regime, we're not going to say their names. He just did not look that great, and there were talks about us trying to trade him, but with Ben Johnson and his and all of his geniuses, I mean, he has really helped this backfield. And then I mean, I can't say too much about Kamanunga guy. He's been a big contributor, especially being a rookie. In the 7th round pick from where we've got him, he's been a big contributor to this offense as well. And just the numbers, it was even comparable to even Ashton Genty's numbers. And I think going into next season, I think he could be possibly even the running back one for next season. Granted, how DeAndre Swift, what kind of role that they put him. I can see Kyle Monangai kind of being that running back one type of player. Taking that next step. And DeAndre Swift kind of taking a little bit of a backseat, but I expect their a lot of production from that run game. I don't expect much of a drop off. Especially with Eric Studsville and what he's done in his resume. Now, in regards to Press Taylor, I mean, Ben Johnson's still going to do the same. He's going to be doing a little bit more of the dirty work, like designing certain schemes, just like what Declan Doyle has done. And, he's going to be seeing things that Ben Johnson's not seeing probably in the press box. He's probably going to be in the press box. He's going to relay some things to Ben Johnson on, what type of plays that they could run or what type of schemes. I'm giving some type of his input on what they're going to do in the game. But other than that, I mean, I really don't expect too much change from this. I mean, I hope Declan Doyle all the best. He's learned from, Sean Payton, especially at a young age. This guy's only 29. I think he's like going to be 30 this year, but he's young. He's especially at a young age, with 30, he's get a chance to be a play caller for the Baltimore Ravens.
The world could become his oyster over there, bro. The world, you got, look at what you got to work with over there, man. You got Lamar Jackson, you got Derrick Henry. He's a beast coming out that back.
Exactly.
Call him Zeus, if you will.
He's got a collection of weapons, man, that to work with. It's not like
Taylor, and hopefully he can go over there and help them unlock. What's that other receiver's name that they got? I want to call it the last name Bates. I think is his name.
Rashad Bateman.
Rashad Bateman. There you go.
Yeah.
That guy's not. They've not had one breakout game for this team, yet, bro. That is that's utterly ridiculous. Tight ends outstanding over there. You got Isaiah Likely and your boy over there at tight end. God, it's just a day. I can't remember.
Now, Isaiah Likely, he was solid. He's a solid player. It's just
I
don't really think they utilize their tight ends as much as they should.
My point though is that he's got a lot of weapons to work with over there in Baltimore, and if he can unlock Rashad Bateman, that's gonna be outstanding. You already got a Pro Bowl caliber tight end over there, and Isaiah Likely coming in behind him, bro. It's just a lot of weaponry.
Overall, they're just a solid roster, and they're just a really good roster, very good roster.
They're a stacked team that's really built for a deep playoff run and possibly a Super Bowl visit. Hopefully, Declan Doyle can help them figure it all the way out, bro. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't win with that team.
Did I give my grade for the season? I don't think I did. I would say for the Chicago Bears season, I would say like a B+ or an A-.
Okay.
I mean, A+ for effort.
Right.
Especially with all the injuries that we've had this season. I mean, we've had like a litany of injuries, but Ben Johnson's always had that next up mentality. And it's like Ben Johnson's mentality just kind of seeped in through the whole entire 53-man locker room, and not just the 53-man locker room, even his staff. Like everybody just bought into the good, better, best mantra, and it's like if you're not like this is one of his mottos. If you're not going to come ready to play, then don't be over here. You're not going to be over here. There's going to be a next man up that wants to play, you know. And it's like a lot of these guys bought in, you know. We've gone through like a lot of adversity, and especially with some of the games we were down a lot of the times during the fourth quarter, we were able to have a lot of fourth quarter comeback wins, you know, and it even played into the playoffs, man. We've had a lot of great iconic moments. I mean,
absolutely.
We can talk about the OT win against the Packers, the moment of the year, that 4th and 8 with that Jordan throw. I mean, like it was crazy. And I know you were there during that time, that OT win, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. So I know you're going to be telling your grandkids and your kids about that, you know, that moment of the year. Like, yeah, I was there during the moment of the year. I'm like,
yes, sir. Saw it live and in person.
Yeah, and I went crazy. I mean, I was live too. I was live, you know, and then you came on my stream. I went crazy. I mean, you should have saw my reaction. I was like, I was kind of cussing.
I don't even know what all came out of my mouth when I got on the
dude. It was like no, bro. Like I kind of blacked out. Like that game. Like I blacked out, and I thought that was even the best moment. That throw that he made to Cole Kmet, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
That throw that he made to Cole Kmet when he drifted 40 yards all the way back,
with
bro, that was 4 defenders right in his face, and the fact that he was able to gather himself up and make that throw like 40 yards in the air to Cole Kmet, I was like, literally, dude, I almost like I literally almost passed out, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
I almost passed out.
Sidebar, real quick here, Cole, because we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me your grade on Caleb Williams this season.
Grade on Caleb Williams this season. I give him an A-.
An A-?
Yeah, A-.
You're a hard teacher, bro. You're a tough
I know. I give him an
A-. Why A-, Cope? I'm curious to know.
I feel like there's some improvements that he could be made. You know, I mean, if he was an MVP, I would have given him an A+. You know, but okay. I am whatchamacallit. I am very, very critical, you know, on my team. But
fair enough.
I mean, he's got to work on some of his throws, you know, but he's made improvements, you know. I mean, with his pocket presence, I mean, we could talk about his escapability. He's gotten better, you know, a little bit better from past seasons with his passing abilities, you know. But I just think he's just got to work more on his footwork a little more this offseason. But I mean, if he gets I can't even talk. If he gets his footwork down, and I think he's gonna be one of the best quarterbacks in the league, like top 5, top 3 easily. Like, and if he can make the easy throws, like just making those easy throws, like if he could just make those easy throws just routine, and we already know that he can make those big plays, but he just needs to just keep making those, you know, easy throws, take his checkdowns a little bit more. There are times like he would try to always like go big play hunting, but if he just keeps taking his checkdowns, and then when he gets the opportunity to make those big plays, bro, like I'm telling you, man, like watch out, NFL. Like literally, this, like I'm telling you, this kid could be the best quarterback in the league, hands down. Like he has the tools. I mean, I don't know how many throws, the types of throws that he made. I don't know how many quarterbacks to make those types of throws that he could make, or even try to attempt them. I mean, like I said, that like,
3.
like, come on, bro, like. That throw, I mean, that throw to the, I mean, that throw that he made to Cole Kmet in that playoff game, bro, was like literally one of the best throws I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
and to
like,
have the moxie and the balls to do it
right
on the biggest stage, this guy is
right.
Incredible, bro.
It's like every single week he has like something, like he's always making. You thought the 4th and 8 throw was the best throw, then he comes back next week and makes another better
40-yard 4.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like
I don't know. Maybe I'm one of them cats who can't see the forest because of the trees. But I be listening to people critique him, man, and I just end up listening to you Cove, I don't see all of the issues that y'all be seeing with him. Footwork, Cove, I think this guy's got some of the best footwork in the game, bro. The proof in that to me is the evasiveness, bro. He's just able to get away from everything. I mean, it's ridiculous, his escapability, bro. And there are plays, I don't even know how he sees how to get away from him. I remember the second Vikings game. We played in Minnesota. They send a blitz from a cornerback off of the right side. Caleb is in play action. He turns around, fakes the handoff. He turns back around. This guy is all on top of him. And what does Caleb do? He spins. He does a spin coming out of the play action. He sees this guy and immediately double spins. He does another spin and comes out. You can't teach what Caleb brings to the table. Teach it. I don't know how you teach this. Get better? Where? The only thing I would say,
one play where Brian Burns, like literally, he tried to tackle him. I think Brian Burns, with the New York Giants, tried to tackle him. He couldn't even tackle him. He couldn't bring him down because he's so damn strong.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Cole, this man is so evasive and so elusive. I don't see where he needs an uptick. The only thing I would say Caleb has to be better at, he's got to be better at taking the easy throw. You know, he is a home run kid. He does want to make the hero pass all the time. He does want to go deep. He wants to go down the field. He wants to kill you with the bomb and the touchdown every time. And you can't do that. The Rams knew that this is how he played. They played him schematically. They played him excellent when it came to taking a lot of that away. You can't stop it all because he's phenomenal with his accuracy down the field. But you can catch him up and get some turnovers out of him if you catch him looking long. So he needs to learn to take the simple play, take the easy play. You know, take the 5-yard dump off. You know, take the screen pass. You know, take the ball to the flat. Take the turnaround. You know, the quick hitters. You know, you got to learn to do more of that. But other than that, Kof, sky's the limit for this kid. I don't see the issues. I don't see the footwork problem. I don't see, you know, the inaccuracies and everything. I don't see a lot of that, bro. It's very, I mean, he's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah.
But bro, I mean, what you can't build a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. Who you building?
Yeah, he's the complete package. He's the complete package.
This dude has the Mahomesian type of skill set. He's got all of the traits.
He got the Tom Brady killer mentality.
The toughness of the Tom.
21-3 came back down 21-3.
Reading defense is like a Peyton Manning at times, and he's got foot speed to go with it. Good luck. This dude is perfectly built for this.
Dude, give him a defense. This team's unstoppable. Give him a competent defense.
Yeah, that's my time, Coach. I gotta get.
Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for coming. You know, that's the end of our time right now, but stay tuned for more. I am going to be doing some reaction chums. I will be doing a reaction to the Super Bowl, and I'm going to be doing, you know, some reactions later on this week. But yeah, stay tuned for more content in regards to Chicago Bears news and NBA and MLB news. But other than that, guys, thank y'all for coming. And as always, claws up.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat, bro. Look at the chat. Had to end it with that, bro.
Bear sucks.
Yeah,
claws up. Bear down. All right, guys, we're out of here.